You're back.
We have more of these suit people here in the cafe. By the way, welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. We're out of mementos now, and strap yourselves in, because from here until the deadline, we're going to be having a maxed Confidant every single video. So look forward to that. And there we go, it only took twice for them to leave. Yeah, it looks like that guy's pretty headed towards being unseated. But obviously, since we've been to a dungeon, let's go ahead and have a massage. Massage. I think it can be pronounced either way. But yeah, tonight, Moon should be available. Yes, it is. So we're gonna go ahead and head there.
I heard. It's pretty amazing.
Hey.
It looks like there's that faceless politician being shown on that sample TV there, along with pictures of what look like bison, kind of, and people with creepy smiles.
Super curious.
Yeah, don't worry, things are gonna turn around for us, I'm sure of it. Still more going on with Akiyama, I guess. Also, I actually do have a matching persona thanks to Giri Mikala, but it's not gonna matter, as always. So, your bluff turned out to be a little too accurate. Well, I mean, just goes to show how good that act was, but I mean... oh boy, yeah, still getting the option to disparage him. I hope he doesn't mean that literally. You see, we have nerves of steel, because we are a dad.
Hey.
Now, those uniforms look very much like the ones in Great Ace Attorney.
It's just... No.
Yeah, let's not embarrass him in front of these guys. You know, I feel like he could just easily ditch these two at this point. It's probably better for him in the long run. I mean, I say that as somebody who went through school with a lot of people who were my friends at one point, and then they ditched me to join groups of bullies instead, so... yeah, I've kind of been where Mishima has somewhat. Yeah, something like that. I mean, we did talk with Shadow. I mean, you can't really get much better coaching than that. Yeah, I was hoping Akiyama would, like, fully stand up for Mishima here, but I suppose it's just little steps at a time.
All right.
I kind of wonder how many AUs there are out there where Mishima actually does get a persona. It's just kind of like... it does feel like he just tends to not, as I've said before, not get a whole lot of love in the fanfiction community. Just, well, it's probably because of the fact that he's kind of an avatar for the fanfiction community in general. Yeah, it also goes to show that people can do things to combat corruption without having supernatural magical powers. Yeah, careful about that because, yeah, I just want to say this right now, because given the situation that we're at in the plot right now, that documentary, quote-unquote, could easily just be evidence. So, Mishima, maybe stay away from any and all law enforcement, right now.
Alright.
And, like, keep all of that stuff incredibly encrypted. I'm feeling for steak, actually. Oh, well, at least your money situation is nowhere near as bad as Yusuke's, though.
See you later.
Oh, and by see you later, he means call us, like, right afterwards. Mishima is, yeah, kind of the guy who probably doesn't go to a lot of parties. I know that because I was and still am that guy. Oh yeah, the 3 times price thing makes me just like... I've been to a place that had like $9 Australian orange juice once, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, it was decent, but, I wonder what happens if I say this. Okay, he actually takes it well. Yeah, again, just careful about all of that, you know, fan site activity log stuff. And also, you know, you might want to ask the other people like Shinya or Hifumi, whose relatives were, you know, part of that.
Hey!
Okay, so we got a free reading session today. And yeah, the guide I'm following was still on Reckless Casanova at this point. Wasn't even finished it. So I could read Game Secrets, I will need to read that eventually. Or... I've had this overdue for a very long time. And the reason why I want to finish this is because there's something about the library that I'll be able to show off today. Yeah, most scholars say she probably didn't, but it's nice to think that. Though I'm still a little, yeah, skeptical about those versions of the legend that say she was exposed when she gave birth during a procession. Like, I really don't think that would have... There's no way that would have happened. Well, I mean, she probably wasn't up all night doing maid work this time, probably just, like, writing tests and things like that. Oh, or this. Oh no, your neighbor's been careless lately on...
Garbage Day!
Shoots random bystander for no reason. Oh yeah, this actually is kind of true. It's not crows, but like cockatoos in Australia lately have been getting very, very good about loading things. They know how to flip open the lids of rubbish bins and eat the stuff inside. And then people have been doing stuff like strapping water bottles to them or putting bricks on them, and they've learned how to bypass those defenses too. Okay. So yeah, this is a Japanese kanji question.
Do you know the answer?
So, one of them is bird, the other is crow. There's one extra line in the bird one. Why it's missing in the character for crow? Well, apparently it's because crow eyes are hard to see.
This is it.
Way to go!
It's interesting looking up the origins of a lot of... I just noticed Kawakami does that, like, circle with her hand there. That's cool. Yeah, so, yeah, this is how kanji originally looked. They were originally like pictographs, like drawings of specific creatures or things, like the character for music I think used to be a drum.
Nice go!
I tried looking into that stuff when I was studying kanji, and it didn't make me any better at it. I was still terrible with kanji. Oh yes, that's like how one of the readings for the kanji for moon is Aporo. Like, apparently. And Raitor, I think, as well. Crows are pretty smart, so you better study enough so that you don't lose to them. Oh, don't worry, we only lost to a crow once, and that was in a timeline I erased. Now today, the guide actually was still doing Sire's powers. Because I've already finished that, it means I have free time now, even though I am behind on, I think, Priestess, technically. So I could max out Makoto now, or do a rank up of Futaba, or max out Takemi, or rank up Shinya. There's actually a lot of things that I could do today. The thing is, we're going to be maxing a Confidant for sure tonight. And it's one that I don't want sharing the spotlight with anything else, because it's a very, it's a very special Confidant.
What would you like?
But before I do anything that consumes time, let's return the illusory Popess so that I can show this off. If we select I'd like to borrow a book, the hero with a also we have a book about Sundryon, which is kind of interesting, even though she only joined us for one battle. But yeah, the hero with a bow. This book is interesting because it existed in vanilla Persona 5, but it was unused.
Here.
For some reason, they never let you rent this, even though Akechi was still a party member in the vanilla game, so it's kind of weird, but they've completely restored that cut content in Royal, so when I get the chance, I'll read this. What are you two saying? Well, I mean, Akechi is doing something, but with them. Oh no, my thing about Kotaro going to a farm might actually be true. What movie are they showing right now, by the way? Over the Pigeon, oh, that must be One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I don't think I've ever actually, seen this movie, both the real or the Persona 5 fake version.
Then I see.
So, here are the batting cages of Yongen, based on an actual real place in Sangenjaya. So here you can get prizes, also improved proficiency, which I don't need at all. You face a total of 5 pitches. Hitting all 5 will get you the Slugger prize. If you hit a home run, you'll get the home run prize. The home run prize is actually the better one for most categories, so usually all you need is just 1 home run. Activities available change according to the time of day. At night, there are no prizes, but you can swing as much as you want. This is the best way to get that Thieves' Den award. If you hit 3 home runs, you get a coupon for a free daytime session. The middle-aged receptionist, the tutorial already explained things for you. So, basically, the courses that are available here change depending on where you are in the story, or like where the year is. Advanced is unlocked in July, and Expert is unlocked in October. But the advanced course is the main one that I want to go for, because the home run prize for this one gives an apt pupil accessory, which is great for Yusuke. For expert, you get an evade fizz accessory. For intermediate, you get an item that increases your attack while you're in rage status, and for beginner, you get sharp student, which lowers your chance of being criticals. The slugger prizes are typically just protein and other like stat raising or healing items. Yeah, so there's nothing particularly major. For expert though, you do get an Itaten or Fuda, which is Masaku Kaja on the party as an item. But okay, so remember when I said earlier how much I sucked at this in Kasumi's Confidant? Well, now you're about to find out why. I am terrible at the batting cages. The general idea is that you should adjust your aim so that your bat is covering the bottom half of the ball. Don't cover the whole ball, just the bottom half. But even then, the timing for getting a home run is pretty tight. At least for me, who sucks at this. Yep.
Man.
Okay, hit it that time, but, it's a little off.
Yes.
Oh, that was kind of close. I saved before this, so I will keep trying until I get it. Oh, and complete miss. Well, that's actually better than I expected to do. I'd like to see how Morgana would try. You actually do get multiple chances per day, but you have to keep paying.
Good luck.
Oh. Too early. Too late. Yeah, you get 3 chances at this per day. That was, okay, that was kind of weird. I think a little too early. Oh, that was close.
Yes. Nice.
There we go, got it! Literally last shot, too! And I got the Slugger prize, too!
Here you go.
So yeah, Stronger Lift S.
Here you go.
Nice going.
We're switching out a machine in December. Okay, they do tell you when the next course is available. The next course is Insane Difficulty, which gives, for getting the home run prize there, you get an Auto Marakukaja item, which is cool. But getting the Slugger prize gets you an item that gives Heat Riser to one ally, which is also pretty solid. And then in the third semester, there is Winnie the Pooh's Home Run Derby difficulty, which gives you, if you get the home run prize, Unshaken Will as an accessory. Okay, oh, this is who holds the most power in this system, the Prime Minister or you in front of the TV? Me in front of my TV! Yes, because we have the power beyond the fourth wall to control everything.
Nice going.
Unfortunately, animals don't have voting rights here or probably anywhere. But yeah, anyone has the power to change society. That's probably one of the messages of this game. But speaking of changing society, we've certainly evoked a great change on this guy. Yeah, I kind of want to ask this. Yeah, I had a feeling.
All right, then.
Given this is a city church, though,
I always think about Wakaba on the anniversary of her death, but it's been a while since I visited.
I wonder where the graves are. Maybe they're in an underground crypt or something.
I've been so busy with the shop and all. No, that's not it. The guilt is what kept me from coming. I thought Wakaba would be angry with me. But now that I managed to get Futaba over here, I can finally meet her with my head held high. I sure kept her waiting. But it felt good to tell her about how much Futaba's improved lately. Oh, I told her about you, too. Idiot. I should be the one thanking you. This is the first time the 4 of us are all together.
Sojiro, what are you smirking for?
This is what my real smile looks like.
I approve.
And she's gone.
Oh, I have some news. The family court gave me a call the other day. Futaba's uncle decided to retract his report.
A little delayed, but we got the result we wanted in the end.
It was because of you, wasn't it? I wonder if the day will come that she goes out to be someone's bride. I'm sure she'll make a fine lady either way. After all, she is Wakaba's daughter.
I actually think this line does change if you're romancing Futaba by this point, although I could be wrong about that.
Do all fathers have to go through this anxiety? You know, I really just wanted to have you help out at the store.
Oh, also, speaking of lines that change, Sojiro's reaction to what happens with Futaba's uncle is different. You might notice that he didn't make much of a big deal here. He just said, it was because of you, wasn't it? If you do his rank 10 before the point in the story where he finds out that you and Futaba are phantom thieves, his reaction is different.
But you showed me so much more. You showed me I have a family I need to protect. Not just Futaba, but you, too. I may not always be reliable, but feel free to come to me if anything happens. I'll be there for you, as family. And, I know, I'll teach you everything I can. You're a full-fledged man now. That might not be enough to return the favor, but it's all I can do.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the Hierophant, granting thee infinite power.
All right.
Not only do we have full mastery over coffee and curry, but we also have...
All right.
Koryu!
Koryu, or Huanglong in Chinese, is the yellow dragon and the 5th member of the 4 symbols, the others being Suzaku, Genbu, Seiryu, and Byakko. It represents the center, midsummer, and the 5th of the Chinese elements, Earth. In some myths, he's an incarnation of the legendary Yellow Emperor. As usual, Koryu has to be made through a fusion of the other 4 symbols. And once you have him, well, personal bias time. Koryu may not be the most optimal endgame persona, but he is one of my favorite ultimate personas in the game because his level is relatively low, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to make him very good, since his learn set perfectly complements his trait. Universal Law, which raises technical damage by 50%. One of the biggest damage boosts of any trait. This might not seem appealing at first since most bosses aren't vulnerable to technical damage, but it more than makes up for it against anything that is. This trait is usually how I get the Thieves' Den award for exceeding 9,999 damage, and why stop there? I've seen damage in the tens of thousands approaching the damage cap with this trait. And you're already set for doing this much damage with Psycho Force. This is what I meant by it not taking much effort. Koryu's learn set already has most of what you need for this build. Concentrate, Psy-Amp, Spellmaster, and even a full party heal just in case you need it. All that's missing is Psy Boost, Ailment Boost, and a mental ailment skill of your choice. Preferably Rage, since that also makes enemies take more damage, but Brainwash is also decent. Koryu also starts with 3 immunities and can easily turn the nuke weakness into another one through Lockdown. And in Royal, everyone else can get in on the technical action through its itemization accessories. But the fun doesn't stop there. By spreading Universal Law around, it's also good on physical builds when backed by Sleep or Dizzy. Into the late game, I like to carry a number of personas with Universal Law for dungeon exploration. It really shreds those random encounters. And it's also incredible against any red shadows, as long as they aren't immune to Psy. How fitting that one of my favorite confidants gives one of my favorite personas.
Oh, and, could you not, get with Futaba? I can't imagine you calling me father. Although, maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, I guess this is why some people ship Joker and Futaba.
What are you two talking about?
Nothing?
I hunger. Curry time!
Yeah. Let's go home.
Somehow I knew she was going to say I hunger there, but maybe I just know this rank so well. And there we go, it's dropped below 10% finally. Not that we should be celebrating.
Well, shall we begin?
Well,
I feel like Inui is kind of the token
What's all
normal
this?
guy of the teachers. He rarely does anything particularly hilarious like any of the others. But we now have some free reading time.
what do you want to do?
So, I did kind of promise that I'd read Hero with a Bow, even though I don't need to. His aim was true, and the arrow pierced his foe, in this case, another of his arrows on that target. I don't know exactly where, and yeah, of course, yeah, Robin Hood's a lot like Joker. And the Phantom Thieves are kind of like the Merry Men, but I don't know where that part of the legend was introduced, where he split his own arrow in the archery competition, because I know the Disney version uses it, but I'm sure, like, that was definitely not the first adaptation to do that. Just, Robin Hood just has so many different, different, like, retellings over the years, and, like, since I explained in the Catch's bio, it's all oral tradition, so it's just very, hard to pin down exactly where everything originated.
That's odd.
Like, there's some who debate that Maid Marian was a late edition, and then others who've actually said, no, she was actually introduced earlier than people think. The one thing I didn't mention in Akechi's bio is that Robin Hood was originally devoted to the Virgin Mary and opposed to the more higher up aspects of the Catholic Church, which is something that they didn't like hugely carry over in some of the later versions of the myth.
Thank you. What would you like?
I still have not rented the Arsene book yet.
Here.
Well, I guess now's the perfect time, given that Joker's coming to the crossroads of his destiny, not that he knows it yet. What do the real-life reckless Casanovas have to say now? Oh, didn't you hear? If Shido becomes Prime Minister, it'll be easier to pick up girls, for some reason. I haven't checked in on Kiritani since Mementos. Okay, so, I don't know, maybe it's just some form of memory loss of what he does at night rather than it being an alternate personality. Also, where is your cult leader? Yes, believe in the Phantom Thieves, they will not be swallowed by the darkness. Yeah, I wonder if he's ditched the whole cult thing. But after grabbing an Empress persona from the Velvet Room...
Good day.
Hi there, Haru.
Yeah.
Okay, we can actually harvest vegetables now. It doesn't impact your ability to do her Confidants, if you say I'm here for the vegetables. So yeah, instead of these ones, I mean, it's kind of cool to have full SP restoration, but... yeah, I'm going to start growing one of these since they're faster to grow, and I'm going to need to grow, I think, 5 of them for a Thieves' Den award. Yeah, should be ready on the 14th. But now, we're actually going to hang out with her.
Thank you.
Yeah, so she says it takes time for someone as clumsy as myself.
Thank you.
I think in the base game, this was where you needed rank 5 proficiency to help her with that, but that's been moved to rank 4 in Royal. Of the Confidant, I mean, not of proficiency. It's why I'm referring to proficiency, like, in my guide as levels rather than ranks, because using rank for both Confidant and social stats gets confusing. I mean, it is always nice when hobbies translate to practical skills. I mean, I've actually found that my doing YouTube has actually helped me a lot with public speaking. coffee beans. Okay, already we're interested. So, are you starting a farm is apparently the best option here. I guess she likes the joke. Okay then, yeah. That's the benefit of inheriting a whole lot of stuff. You probably have access to that much land and money and resources. It's just at the cost of people, you know, wanting all of your stocks. As she's going to be talking about now. Yeah, you know that feeling. This kind of thing happens sort of to Mitsuru in Persona 3, as in her social link in Persona 3 as well, because she also had an arranged marriage, and at the time, like, I thought that Haru's like whole arranged marriage deal was a ripoff of Mitsuru's social link from Persona 3, and then I learned what Mukoyoshi was, and I was like, oh, okay, that's genuinely something that a lot of heiresses go through in Japan. Only started to be nice to you recently, huh? Yeah. Seems sketch. Which is not something that I use in casual conversation, but I guess it's what the kids are saying now. Well, I mean, I guess they're saying sus now, but that's existed even long before Among Us. Maybe you should fire him. I love that suggestion, but yeah. I mean, it is kind of complex. And we don't want to completely judge everyone based on first impressions. I mean, if we judge everyone based on first impressions, none of the Phantom Thieves would have ever joined, because they all made terrible first impressions.
Yes.
Yeah, the fact that Haru's still, you know, contributing to the Phantom Thieves, and she's still just keeps a brave face and seems just pretty cheerful and optimistic despite it all, it really says something.
Goodbye.
Well, yeah, we'll need them as good as possible, so that we get that sweet charge and concentrate. Hi there, did you sense that we were near coffee beans? What vegetables do we like the most? Moonlight carrot, sun tomato, these are two things that she can make. And then there's the jewel melon, which I believe was, might be a Persona 4 reference? Because I know that there was bead melons, maybe it's a mistranslation of that. I feel like in Persona, did they fully restore HP and SP in that game? Or did they just fully restore HP like a bead? I feel like they restored SP as well. Let me guess, Shido? No, why haven't they been arrested yet? Arrest them. Diet dissolving. Safety of the citizens. Okay, so no one is talking about Shido, but I mean, I guess they're implicitly thinking, oh, Shido will save us.
You're back.
Oh, I felt for sure that we'd get a phone conversation with the PTs tonight. Officially disbanded. Yep, United Future Party. Oh boy. And this is why Yoshida's Confidant is on a very tight deadline, but thankfully we finished it. And I think tonight, while I go out and do a Confidant that I'm one rank behind on, deliberately, let's see if we have curry ingredients. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's ask Kawakami to make max level curry.
Make sure you close up.
Hi.
Also, people have told me to do this. If you open the Confidant menu after summoning Kawakami to do something for you, yep, it now says Becky and she has her maid portrait. This might have been what I was thinking of when I said that you get to hear her with full voice acting in Becky mode. You actually don't, but at least you get that. Now we can check in with these two, though. Okay, you want Moon Dungor now. I've never really had Dungor before, but I did try Japanese sweets during a tea ceremony once, and they were very sweet. Okay, now that I'm I almost called it Kichijoji, in Shinjuku.
What do you want?
We can buy batting science now that we've gone to the batting cages at least once. That will let you use third eye while batting to slow down the ball, which makes hitting it subjectively easier. Some people might actually have a harder time hitting it in slow motion. So we're going to be hanging out with Oya tonight. I am one behind on her. And I bought back Pazuzu just for a stronger persona that I can use for fusion later.
Lala-chan, I'm gonna borrow the seats in the back.
But as I've said before, I am intentionally getting behind on Oya for reasons. Yeah, this all seems a bit too convenient. He had a sudden, reevaluation of conscience. Yeah, that's it. And yes, we did get his name. I love this line, though. Other good news. Okay, I had a feeling it would be something to do with her. Okay. I mean, the fact that she was seemingly institutionalized and nobody said anything to anybody who knew her, that seems a bit suspicious. Now, I think I've seen somewhere that I'll Go With You might actually be one of her romance flags. Far in the countryside, it's not Inaba, is it? No, that's more of a, like, normal hospital than a mental one, I suppose. It would have been cool if you actually did get to see her, though. Guidance counselor. Well, I mean, we are learning from one. I still think that in terms of, like, future career paths, I more see, you know, the Persona 4 protagonist getting into counseling or mental health in the future. And Joker I still see as getting into politics, which I've had some people say, you know, if they knew somebody like Yoshida, they would get into politics too. Yeah, as we said all the way back during the Kaneshiro arc, the loss of an individual doesn't always spell the collapse of the whole group. Like, if he was just one corrupt journalist and the rest are still corrupt, then still going to be hard for her to get anything done. Still in the suspicious music, even after all that. Yeah, this one would be good luck. Okay, good. We don't need another affinity reading. Yeah, fortunately, she's not going to be, like, out of action for a few days or anything. Her schedule's still the same.
Hi!
And hi to you too. Let's take that Master Curry. I really should have been doing this more often throughout the game. It's just kind of easy to forget.